My name is Priya Makadia. In this video, I am going to explain the types of registers in CPU. First of all, we see what is a CPU register. A CPU register is a storage location on your computer where data and instructions are held while they are being processed. It is a small and built-in memory or processor that holds data, memory address, and some set of instructions. It is used to quickly accept, store, and transfer data and instructions that are being used immediately by the CPU. Register size determines how much information it can store. Size of the register is in bytes. Each byte can store one character of data. It can be of 1, 2, 4 or 8 bytes. Bigger size of the register increases the performance of the CPU. It is temporary but very fast memory storage area. Why? Because it is built in on processor, so as there is a less distance, it's near to the processor. That's why that performs speedy processing. It helps the processor to execute instruction faster, so makes processor faster. The term comes from how registers were originally used to temporarily store the information, but now they are mostly used for fast access by parts of the computer's system architecture that needs frequent updates or changes. Let's see the function of a register. There are mainly three functions of a register: fetch, decode, and execute. Now see how these three functions are working together. The fetch, decode, execute cycle. In this cycle, the first step is the processor checks the program counter to see which instruction to run next. And the program counter gives an address value in the memory of where the next instruction is. Then processor fetches the instruction value from this memory location. Then once the instruction has been fetched, it needs to be decoded and executed. Once this is complete, the processor goes back to the program counter to find the next instructions, and then the cycle is repeated until the program ends. Let's see the types of the register. There are mainly two types of the register. The first one is the special purpose registers and second one is the general purpose registers. In general purpose registers, they are used during various ALU operations for storing data temporarily. They perform the same task, while special purpose registers, they are developed to perform some specific task, and there are many categories found in these special purpose registers. Let's see the diagram of the CPU. Here ALU stands for the arithmetic logic unit, CU control unit, MDR memory data register, MAR memory address register, PC program counter, IR instruction register, and R0, R1, R2 up till Rn are the general purpose registers. The memory data register, memory address register, program counter, instruction register, they all are the special purpose registers. There are also many other special purpose registers exist in this CPU. Let's see the various special purpose registers in CPU. The memory address registers, memory data register, program counter, accumulator register, condition code register, data register, instruction register, index registers, and status register. These all are the special purpose register. Let's see one by one in details. The first one is the memory address register. Memory address register is a combinational circuit that holds the memory address information. It tells the computer which byte of information to find in storage. This information is stored temporarily. The next one is the memory data register. Memory data register stores the content of the current instructions while it waits for the data to be transferred from the main memory. It is also holds the data that is being processed by an arithmetic logic unit or a floating point arithmetic unit. The next one is the program counter. Program counter is a register in the central processing unit that stores the address of the next instruction to be executed. The program counter is often called a PC for short. It can also be referred to as an instruction pointer or IP. An accumulator register. Accumulator register is a part of ALU. The control unit will store the data values which are fetched from the main memory into the accumulator for the arithmetic or any other logical operations. This register holds the initial data, intermediate result, as well as the final result of the instructions. The final result of the operations, which can be arithmetic or logical, will be transferred to the main memory through the MBR. Accumulators typically hold integer numbers or the floating point values. It is very fast and efficient to use because they can be read from and written to without having to save them first in memory. The next one is the condition code register. Condition code register is a memory address where the result of the comparison between two operands is stored. This bit in the location tells the computer what to do next with these two values, whether to compare them again or store them as an answer. It is commonly abbreviated as CCR and it's usually located at this address but can vary according to different architectures. Then, data register. Data register is a part of CPU where data is stored. It's one of the primary computing unit and it stores information in binary form. Data register can store number, letters, or symbols, including punctuation marks like commas. An instruction register. The instruction register is a part of the CPU that holds an instruction before it is executed. The purpose of this is to keep track of what instructions are coming in and then execute them one at a time. The this prevents any information from being lost or misinterpreted during transmission between the processor and memory. It is also keeps the data flow continuously so that all the instructions are executed quickly without interruptions. The next one is the index register. Index registers are used in computer architecture to help make calculations more efficient. The index register is a simple but powerful tool that can be used to speed up the execution of many programs and also improve their performance. They provide an easy way for programmers to look through array as well as to do arithmetic operations on elements in those arrays. The next one is the status register. Status register is a register in the CPU that stores the information about the status of the certain instructions. The status registers indicates whether an instruction was successful or not and what type of data it has returned. It contains four bits: carry, overflow, sign, and zero. If there is an error with any operation, then this register will be set to 1. So thank you so much. If there are any questions, please write down in the comment box.